Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we're going to be talking about licensed collabs today for Dead by Daylight. I saw this list and it was interesting. What am I like? I was trying to think what my thoughts were with different ones between like different. There's just some of these are just skins, some of these are like full on chapters. So it's a little hard to rank. So we're going to kind of just go over there and put them in the best way we can on this tiered list. S obviously being the best, D being they could have skipped. I feel like the best part of these type of ones, I always try to keep them even. So some of them will be lower just because of it, and some of it's just like what hype I had. So right off the bat, we have Castlevania, which we don't know exactly a lot of information about it. I'm going to put it in the middle, and this might be a little controversial, but I'm just putting it in the middle because we don't know anything. We're assuming it's Dracula. It could be a la carte. We're assuming that there's going to be Belmont as a survivor. We don't know any of that. Until we do, I can't really get super excited behind it until I just know. I am looking forward to this one, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what abilities. There's so much stuff that could go wrong. So I just put it in the middle because I think that's just the safest. The Tomb Raider collab just happened. I think adding Tomb Raider to the game was pretty solid. A tier. I feel like there should have been a little bit more outfits that they could have done. I hope they have a future plan for that. It's hard to say with licensed characters because sometimes we just do not get any outfits. Then it was the Dungeons and Dragons one. I think that was a very exciting collab. I still haven't personally bought it, but it's less of anything like that. It's just money. So eventually I'm going to get it, and probably sooner than later. I thought it was a really cool, crazy idea, and I hope they kind of add on to that. We have a Dungeons and Dragons 2.0, so S tier on that. Slipknot. I was a fan of Slipknot. I did like that they added the mask. Um, Again, it was like limited to if you didn't like Slipknot, and if you didn't get certain killers. I feel like they could have been a little bit more open with having more masks, like the variants of their mask for more killers, so more ground could have been covered. It just that kind of sucked. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty solid collab. I'm gonna put it in A. I'm a fan of Slipknot, so I think it's a little bit more biased compared to what the next one is. Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden skins, they look really good. Some of them look better than others. I personally am not an Iron Maiden fan, so I wasn't super excited about it. So I'm gonna put it in the middle because I do still view that the stuff was really good, but I'm no longer either way. It didn't make my day better, didn't make my time on Dead by Daylight any different. It's just the same. Alan Wake was an interesting one too. I think like with his perks and him in it fit. It really did. I'm gonna put it in A. I just wasn't super excited because I never played the game, so I don't put it in S tier just because like it was really amazing. But if I liked the game, it probably would be S tier. Or like played the game, didn't do it. Next up is this bundle. It was with I think a special designer. Didn't really care for it. I like the Fang outfit, but I didn't like anything else. That's the only reason why it's not in D. This one is the Rainbow Six Siege. I don't play Rainbow Six Siege. I thought it was pretty cool to had like technically have the first trans character into the game. I thought that was pretty decent. But overall, I wasn't really excited about it. I never played the game, and I probably would never buy the skin. So I'm gonna have to put it in D just because of that. Because remember, it's just about hype for me. Overall, I think also it just kind of was thrown into existence, and nobody really, uh, did much with it. So like it just kind of felt like it was out of blue. Chucky was like one of those characters that everybody really wanted, and he finally came in. We got to put it in S because that hype was just insane for him. He's a deadly killer too. I do wish we would have got a map with him. I really wanted a Toy Factory map. That really was my deciding factor to be like, this would be like the best collab ever, but like because that didn't happen. Then we get the Naughty Bear skin for Trapper. I'm gonna be 100% biased in this. I always enjoyed watching gameplay of that game. Never played it, but I always thought like this would be a really fun game to play. Need to figure out how to download it and play it. And this is my current Trapper skin. I only play Trapper. I don't play that much Killer in general, so I had to buy Trapper one skin. Only money I've ever spent on the Killer side. So if it made me spend money on a character that I probably have only played 30 hours of, then I guess it was worth it to put it in S tier. Next up was Alien. I feel like the Xenomorph side of things, perfect, chef's kiss, cool design, everything was work. The Ripley part of it, not so great. I feel like they needed to have her like this. I know they couldn't get it, so I will put it in the middle because the Xenomorph did bring it up all the way to the B. This was another artist one. I don't really remember this one to being too crazy. I'm gonna put it in C. I'll be honest. I could be probably misremembering this one as much. I just don't remember the skins being anything super crazy, so I'm gonna put it in C. Next up is Nick Cage. That one was absolutely insane to have him in the game. S tier automatically. Perks are great. Voice lines are great. I do hope they get more skins from him. I do think they need to like do that because it would be really cool. But it's not. It doesn't have to happen. And I love the perks, and I still run Dramaturgy to this day because it's fun. Next up is the PUBG one. Okay, so this one is an interesting one. Was the collab idea great? Yes. Having two games where you had to do stuff, great. Did you have to go to PUBG and absolutely hate that mode? Yes. I hated it so very much. It was just annoying to do. It was filled with people that were just like on the killer side, were just being even worse than killers in Dead by Daylight. I'm putting this in D. It was not worth the cosmetics that I got from this, and I wouldn't. I wish I could have my time back. And it made me. I kind of like PUBG. I kind of wanted to get back into it at some point. I had only played like once, and I was like, oh well, I'll play after this. No, uninstall. I will forever probably never play this game unless they have another collab. Because of course I have to. I don't want to have that fear of missing out. But that is a D. Next is Attack on Titan. I was never really a huge fan of Attack on Titan. I did watch the first season, really enjoyed it, but I never watched the rest of them. I did get quite a few skins during this time. I had a lot of like cells saved up. Just in that point, I'm gonna have to put it in A. It was a great collab. I feel like we could have just literally used a Attack on Titan killer at one point, but I feel like the killer skins were okay and the survivor skins were really good on some of them. The Alice in Wonderland set, I would have been ecstatic about this. I love Alice in Wonderland. A lot of it was decent. It just kind of felt like a weird off-brand cosplay to me. I still enjoy the Alice outfit for Kate, but the rest of it was okay. The Mad Hatter from Ace is just absolutely vile. The Meet Your Maker stuff was just a cheap way to get people into their new game. The outfits they gave us on the Survivor side were pretty garbage. They were just t-shirts. They could have been better. I really do think they could have. They literally spent the bare minimum time on it. The Ring chapter was pretty cool when she first came in. I was very happy about it. I'm gonna put it in A. I feel like it's so close to S, but overall, I think just the way that they've handled Yoichi and not giving him that much cosmetics, which I know it's all about licensing, but like just try to get something worked out if you need to. It's so bad. The For Honor one, I don't really honestly remember much of it. I mean, it's not the Knights chapter, right? Or is it? I do believe he's from For Honor, but I don't think that's what they mean by this. Either way, if it is, I definitely didn't care for it because I don't like the knight in the game. That's just my own personal opinion. Hellraiser, I'll put it in the middle. Again, I feel like it was missing something overall. Like I think Hellraiser, if Pinhead being in there, good idea. I feel like they could have done some more stuff with either giving him a map or a survivor. It just, some of the just killer ones tend to be just middle of the road. B is still solid. Some people will get upset about it, but when you're trying to even these out, I just prefer the stuff that's above it. Resident Evil S tier. We've gotten 2 chapters of it. We're gonna probably get a third one. I really hope so. They could add a lot of characters in there. They could literally give more skins to all the characters. I'm always happy to have more Resident Evil. I'm just dressed like Leon too, so it helps. The Crypt TV stuff was actually really cool that they did. I do wish we would have got more of them because like they were, like when you only have like 3 skins, sometimes it's kind of hard to if you don't have the killer that that it's in there or don't play that killer. I think it was a really solid collab though. I'm gonna put it in B. I think it was definitely worth doing, and if they had more characters they really wanted to put in there, I would support it. Silent Hill, I put it in A. Uh, Actually, I'll put it in S. It's really good. I think it is. I'm trying to like think because we're like running out of space up at the top, and we still got quite a bit left. I'll put it in S for the time being. Might have to move something down or something around because yeah. Next up, we'll go Stranger Things. Another good chapter, good map. The only problem was when they took it out for the long period of time. Kind of sucked that you paid for it and then the map was gone. I'm gonna put it in B just because of that. I feel like it is kind of nitpicking, but when you think of all this other stuff, we did have a good portion of our time with Dead by Daylight with no No updates on that, which was just kind of weird. Ghostface, I'm gonna put in B also. Ghostface himself, great, great idea. Glad to have it. I'm gonna move Iron Maiden down just because of space. Great to have him in there, but with no Sydney Prescott. I know they're not the same Ghostface, but still, Sydney is one of the best final girls. They needed to have her in here, and it would have been way better. Ash versus Evil Dead. I'm surprised they did not have a killer with him. I feel like that was the kind of bad part of it. I'm gonna put it in B. I'm going to move the Crypt TV stuff down just a little bit. I don't really want to, but I'm running out of space, and I think that's the best way of doing it. The Blood Garden Harvest. I don't really remember this one as much. I do kind of remember that there's a Huntress skin. I'm gonna put it in D. I might be wrong with that. Please tell me in the comments or remind me of the skins that are in this one. That's the only one on this list when I saw it that I really wasn't 100% clear which skins and what was in it. So I'm gonna safely be putting it into D just because of that. The Saw chapter I think was great. I feel like they picked the right map. I think that there's a lot of cool things in it. I need space. I'm gonna put it in A. Um, I think we could have used maybe like a just basically having more skins. All the license things have those issues. It's just it kind of adds up when you really want some like different stuff. I mean, she's gotten like 3 skins now, but maybe 1 or 2 might be good. Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like they dropped the ball on this just purely because the Quentin should have been the Quentin from the movie fully. Like there's likeness, no like this, and it really should have been Nancy from the original set. So I'm gonna put it in to C for the time being. Bubba. I don't really want Bubba in the game. I don't know. He's actually not too bad sometimes. I'm gonna move this one down. Move this one down so we have a little bit of space. And then we're gonna put I'm gonna put Bubba in C. I feel like part of it is one, he had the whole like where you could wear faces of the survivors, and I know a lot of people got upset. They could have done a better job of doing it so nobody would be upset. And I think that was kind of a decent idea. Or they could have done faces of somebody else. I feel like he should have had a more official map. Because I feel like Coldwin's not officially his house. It's just everybody assumes it is. I could be wrong about that. Please tell me in the comments. Either way, I feel like they still were missing something. Left Behind, awesome. Good chapter. I do believe that they should have put more of the survivors or like the people in it instead of just being alternate skins for some of the people. But it worked out overall. I'm going to put it in C because we needed a map from that, which would have been also good. Plus a killer skin would have been also really good. Halloween, I think, is pretty solid. Put it in A tier. I think that's pretty much good. I try to keep it even. If I didn't, the stuff would be way higher up. So tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.